we're gonna show you how to balance a go-kart tire. I made a short on this, but people had some questions and they want some close-ups and I couldn't fit it in a minute. So we're going long form. What we're gonna need, your tire mounted, inflated, isopropyl alcohol or some kind of clean agent to clean off the place that we're gonna attach the weights. A hub, ideally you just want a single hub like this, but this is metric, it doesn't fit in my wheel. I was converting this hub to be able to be front brakes, like front disc brakes, so I'm gonna be using this. Not ideal because it might be unbalanced, but we're gonna assume it is. Some kind of shaft to fit in this hub, in this case 5/8, and then some bearings on the sides so it can rotate freely. I'll get there in a second. We need the weights too, one with a thick foam backing. Just because the go-kart tires are small, a lot of times they got weird ridges. Ideally two, you get the lead ones. That way you can cut them up in half because we're balancing small tires. We don't really need big weights. So let's get started. We're gonna mount our front hub, just snug it up so it's all square, how you normally mount it on your go-kart. Next, we're gonna take our shaft with the bearings on the end so it'll basically rotate freely. And we're just gonna place it on this little stand. All you gotta do is let it go. This one's actually pretty balanced compared to some of the other ones. It will fall heavy side down. Another caveat while we're waiting for this to do this, you might not need to do this, okay? If your go-kart's not hauling ass or you're not trying to shave off like 1/10 of a second, you might not even notice the difference. This is going on a rocket cart and I don't know how fast it's gonna go. This one's pretty balanced, as you can tell. Some of them will rotate quicker, but there is a heavy side and that's gonna fall down. So what I like to do, just mark where that is. Since it's statically balanced, you should only be putting weights in one location, okay? So we're just gonna take 5 grams, we're gonna cut it. Adhere opposite of that heavy side. Side note, I wanted to include this. Mount the weights in a place where the centrifugal force is gonna direct it into the wheel. Let me show you here. You see the weights here? It's gonna be forced into the rim and not go anywhere. Although, if you're worried, get some good tape like this Gorilla tape here. You should probably do this while you're balancing it and just put it in there. Especially if you have weird ridges. Scratch that. Ideally, you want on the inside so you don't see it. And we're gonna put this one right here. And just push. And then once you got that in, you're just gonna rotate it 9 degrees and let it go, okay? Let's say you're balanced one way. Basically, just take it to make sure that your tabletop's not slanted, which mine is. Flip it around. That should account for the difference. Rotate 9 degrees so your weight's like over here and just let it go. And if it's in the right place and it's not moving, you're in business. You're ready to go, okay? This one didn't take much, about 5 grams. Typically, at least on my setup here that I've noticed, on these Hoosiers, it seems to be 5 to 15 grams will balance it out. Depending on your tire, there might be more, there might be less.